Hi everybody, so it's been a while since I've done a hair video and I need a trim anyway, so I thought, well, I may as well document it. So I washed my hair earlier today and it is pretty much like 90% dry right now. It's just very, very slightly damp, but it's dry enough for me to trim right now. I like to trim my hair when it's dry or very slightly damp, just because my hair is naturally wavy, and if I cut it when it's wet, it's not really representative of how much it will like bounce up. So anyway, but it's dry enough for me to brush, and I know I'm going to get some thumbs down in this video because some members of the long hair community is just they really don't believe in brushing your hair when it's wet. But I hate combs. I hate them. Hate them, hate them, hate them. So brush it is. So I'm just starting from the bottom and then working my way up, and I brushed it out very gently after the shower. What I usually do, just to make sure that I don't have too many tangles after I get out of the shower, is I brush it beforehand and then I wash it very gently. I don't pile it on top of my head so it doesn't have that many tangles in it, and then I just run the brush through it very gently when it's wet and then put it up in a bun for it to dry, and that way it doesn't have too many tangles. And you can see here it has a couple of little snags, but it's actually not too bad. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm actually just going to be trimming maybe an inch off my hair. And these scissors are only used to cut hair. They're not used for anything else. This way it stays sharp and it's not dulled by anything else, so it's not going to give you more split ends. If you use household scissors or just kitchen scissors, you run the risk of getting split ends because the blades are not specifically made to cut your hair. So I learned this method of trimming my hair myself from JJJ Longhair's channel. She is an absolute wealth of information. And what she says to do is to grasp your hair in a ponytail like so, and take your other hand and grasp it a little bit lower. I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to smooth it out because my hair is a little bit poofy. And just keep going down like so. Try to keep your head straight. And if your arms are too short to hit the ends of your hair like mine, then just don't move your fingers and bring it over your shoulder or around your waist like so. And keep your fingers like this so you know that it's representative of what a blunt cut should be behind your back. Okay, so as you can see, here are my tips. And I'm just going to run my other fingers, going to put it flush along my other fingers so that I know where to go, and run it right until the end here. And you can see on the left side here it's getting really straggly. So I'll just keep it like that. And I'm going to take my scissors. I'm just going to cut right along here. Some people like to cut above the fingers, some people like to cut it below the fingers. I like to cut above the fingers just because, you know, I lose less hair that way. And you can see here that it's rather uneven around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat the process of pulling the hair behind my head and then running my fingers down. And I'm just going to dust the very ends of this to try and get it nice and blunt. And here we are again. I pulled it over to the other side, and you can see the parts that are sticking out right here. So I'm just going to move it right along to the end as much as possible, and then cut off these parts again. So the first time I pulled my hair over the left side, and the second time I pulled my hair over the right side. And here you can see the ends of my hair freshly cut. I hope I'm in frame, and it looks so much healthier now. So what I do after my trim is I like to treat the ends. So what I usually do, I just take a little bit of coconut oil, I rub it between my palms to melt it, and then I just smooth it down the length of my hair, probably from shoulder length to the ends, and then I concentrate on really saturating probably the last 3 inches of my hair with the coconut oil. And that's pretty much my regimen for trimming my hair. So I do this maybe once every 3 months or so. And if you really take care of your hair, you don't need that many trims. And as you can see, I only took about 1 inch off, so you really don't need, you know, a 6-inch cut once a year or something like that. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it informative. I hope this satisfied the long hair lovers among my viewers. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.